Right, a busy week in U.S. politics will see U.S. President Donald Trump's State of the Union address sandwiched between the Iowa caucus and his anticipated acquittal in impeachment proceedings.
The Great American Comeback is understood to be the theme of this year's speech. But as our correspondent Kevin McAleese explains, after 3 years in power, America remains deeply divided over the Trump presidency.
This will be Donald Trump's third State of the Union address since becoming President of the United States, and it will be happening in this building here, the House side of the US Congress, the same place where Donald Trump was impeached by House Democrats in December of last year. The woman who led that investigation, of course, was House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and it will be her role for the State of the Union to introduce Donald Trump to the combined Congress. Now, this is a person who has described the president as a liar, as a coward, and as a bully. So this will be a tense moment between the two. There's certainly no love lost. But typically, this address is used by presidents to highlight their successes, their policy achievements, and also to throw ahead to the future, a future that Donald Trump hopes will be a second term in office, but he still has a long way to go. Expect to hear him talk about his political highlights, his administrative highlights in terms of a strong economy. He'll talk about low unemployment figures, and he'll also hold up that all-important Phase 1 trade deal between the United States and China. Expect him also to talk about the new NAFTA deal. He'll also touch on his extended travel ban and that border wall which is being constructed along the US border with Mexico. But the Democrats also will want to point out that this is a president whose approval rating is still very low. It has struggled throughout his presidency to climb out of the low to mid-40s, and they're hoping it's that weakness that they might be able to exploit come the next election. The moment Donald Trump wraps up his State of the Union address, it will be the turn of the Democrats to give their response. That responsibility falls to Michigan's governor this time round, and that's important because that was a state that Donald Trump held in the last election, and one that could decide the next president of the United States. Expect Democrats to go after Donald Trump's foreign policy failures, the fact that he took the US out of the Iran nuclear deal and didn't really have an answer or a follow-up to that policy. North Korea, he promised to denuclearize. That still hasn't happened. They'll go after his immigration policies, the expansion of that travel ban. They'll also point out that he has been stripping away environmental protections since he came into office. But what is this moment? This moment is a TV moment. This is prime time. And the president and his administration know that. And Donald Trump enjoys that limelight. And he will be using this speech to communicate to the American people why he deserves another term in office. Donald Trump knows that in his last two speeches he got an average of 46 million people tuning in. Given the drama in Washington over the last few months, I think we can expect that audience to be even bigger. Kevin McAleese, CNA, Washington.